Another story that is also coming from the state of Karnataka. This is over the Bible Imposition, where the Archbishop has now charged with a counter, saying that the students are not forced to study anything, and further goes on to say that only this school in Bengaluru has recommended Bible, but as an attempt that is being made to create an image of all schools is wrong. Even now, 75% of the students there who are studying at the Clarence High School are Christians, and this is the reason why Bible studies was introduced and changes were made in the curricula.
All right, so this after we have seen as to how several parents who are part of this particular school as well as certain politicians have come out and in a way raised objections over the usage and also the implementation of a compulsory Bible education in the school. And now amidst this entire debate going on, we have a first response coming in from the Archbishop that has now countered this charge. We'll play out some reactions.
The non-Christian students are not required to read the Bible and no Bible instruction for them. Okay? Regarding the first question, that Education Minister has said that Bhagavad Gita will be introduced next year, and Bhagavad Gita is a moral education type, and the Bible and the Quran are supposed to be religious texts, so they will not be allowed. I don't know how to answer this question because Education Minister is a very learned person and his wisdom I cannot contest.
All right, so amid the entire debate over Bible imposition, we have a first response coming in from the Archbishop that has now countered the charge, saying that students are not forced to study anything, and further also stating that only this school in particular, that is in Bengaluru, has recommended that Bible, but an attempt has been made to really create an image for all schools. Even as for now, 75% of the students here are Christian, they say, and this is the reason why they have implemented Bible studies, but from last year onwards, they have further made changes. That's the clarification now coming in from the Archbishop himself.
So the clarification on part of the school is still something that is awaited. What exactly would the principal would say on that? Because what is being said, Siddharth, my colleague, also joining us here on the broadcast, because they were made to sign an undertaking as far as the parents are concerned that the students there, their children will be made part of the Bible studies in school. That is something, Siddharth, that is being challenged.
Absolutely, Amita. And in fact, one of the members of the school authorities, now this is a completely unaided school. It's run by a private trust. And the trustees have in fact come on record to say that this was in no way an imposition on the non-Christian students studying in the school. These classes were voluntary in nature and were held only once a week. And they were not strict religious instruction, but they fall under the rubric of moral science that is being imparted to students. Let's listen into those reactions too.
The non-Christian students are not required to read the Bible and no Bible instruction for them. Okay? Regarding the first question, that Education Minister has said that Bhagavad Gita will be introduced next year, and Bhagavad Gita is a moral education type, and the Bible and the Quran are supposed to be religious texts, so they will not be allowed. I don't know how to answer this question because Education Minister is a very learned person and his wisdom I cannot contest.
Okay. It is not compulsory. Just like if a student walks out on any class, I'm not going to say anything. Right? If it is compulsory, then I'm forcing it on somebody. When I explain to a parent, when I explain to a student, right, they say, yes, we understood. They have signed it and given first. They have read, both the parents have signed, they have given to us. Okay? Then, when they come and meet, we talk to them, we ask them, have you understood what you have signed? Are you happy about the culture? You know Clarence School. You know what we do here. Are you happy about it? They say, yes, we are happy. Right? And because we have also attended convent schools, or we want our children to come to a convent school. These are the statements they make. Today, till today, even after this has come out, not a single parent has written to me saying, yes, I was forced to do this, or I was forced to sign. Not a single parent.
Let me take this across to Imran, who's joining us from Bengaluru for more updates on this. Imran, an important clarification coming not just from the Archbishop but also the principal of Clarence School, saying that this requirement was never mandatory in nature. And can you also confirm to us if the undertaking that the parents were expected to sign at the time of admission will now be withdrawn?
Well, the principal clarified that it is an unaided Christian minority institution and 75% of its students are mostly Christian. And they clarified that there is no compulsory studying of Bible there. In fact, it was a practice for some time years, but it has been withdrawn. And there is no undertaking a parent needs to go give that they have to go attend compulsory the Bible studies. Now, Bible inspired stories were also always part of the as part of the moral stories curriculum, but even that has been removed, is what the principal clarified. And an unnecessary controversy has been created. He went on also to this the kind of service Clarence School has done, and the students who passed out were serving in Army and Air Force. Archbishop also said that Piyush Goyal, the Indian minister, also studied from Don Bosco, and he is at one point he's known a statement he won't be where he is if not for the Don Bosco education. So they emphasized on the kind of education convent schools give, and the fact that it's a controversy has been created because of a fringe group, and the education minister going on and saying that Bible and Quran are English texts are not Gita. They said that they will leave it to the judgment of the education minister to decide on it. But as far as they're concerned, they're not forcing anybody to study the Bible, and there is no consent form for the parents to undertake saying that this child will also for a non-Christian student that they can also study Bible. That has been removed, and they say that the entire controversy is unnecessary and unfruitful.